this previous Sunday, the 10th of November, the Go Battle League meta has been shaken up again with the introduction of the move Rage Fist for the Pokemons of Primeape and Annihilape. And this has shifted all of the league metas, whether it's Great League, Ultra League, or Master League. With Great League, with Primeape being the top meta now, as well as with Annihilape shifting the Ultra and Master League. And here today we are going to take a look at a budget team that not only can beat Annihilape but also can beat all the meta picks relevant right now in the Master League Premier format. And we're going to take a look at this team featuring Dragonite in the lead with Golisopod and Primarina in the back. And we're going to take a look at the good part about this team with Dragonite in the lead. So right now, Mamoswine having access to Mudslap, it is the preferred move for this format, as it is a hard counter to the Magnezone right now, as well as Excadrill, and therefore we do not have to worry about it with Dragonite, because before this they used to run Powder Snow, which is double super effective against Dragonite, but now they are running something that is double resisted by Dragonite. And even the Pokemons in the back with Golisopod and Primarina would do fairly well against it, so we can stay in this matchup against the Shadow Magnezone, because this is our best counter for it. Even though it does take neutral damage against the Magnezone, it does have a fairly good matchup, especially if you invest shields in it, and if they do throw the wild charge against us without baiting, it becomes even better. And here is the sticky point about this previous team that we are facing, which is the Florges. Florges is ranked number 1 in the Master League Premier, and this is exactly one of the reasons why. It has access to Petal Blizzard, which it can run over something like a Moonblast, because you usually want to keep the Disarming Voice as a bait move in this format. It also still does decent damage against the Dragon types and fighting types that you want to beat. Therefore, we do have to be wary against this Florges, even with our Golisopod, which takes neutral damage from the Petal Blizzard, but instead they do try to go for the Disarming Voices, try to spam the damage, maybe even try to run down the timer so that they can swap in their Mamoswine again. But here we do get to a liquidation before they're able to do so, which is very beneficial here. As you can see, we do bring it down to red health, and we do get the defense drop, which means that they're needing to swap out immediately their Mamoswine from they had to swap in their Mamoswine to reset the debuff. And here we throw the superpower right before they are able to get to their Avalanche, which means that we are able to seal the deal against the Florges with our Dragonite with a doubly resisted single debuff Dragon Claw. And going on to the bad part about this team, as with any teams with a Dragon type in the lead, is you have something like this Togekiss, or any Fairy types for that matter, where Dragonite will not be able to do anything against it, especially when it doesn't run Hurricane anymore and runs Superpower as a coverage for Steel types. And we immediately swap out into our Golisopod, as Primarina will have a better time dealing with the Togekiss later on, and Golisopod does have a better coverage move in the form of Aerial Ace that it can combat against the rare occasions of Venusaur or Roserades in these formats that some people might use. And here we do have a Golisopod mirror, and because our Golisopod is a Hundo, and I'm guessing their Golisopod also has a 15 attack, as you can see here, one of the turns they do win the CMP ties, while another turn we do win it ourselves. As you can see, it's a back and forth because we do have the same attack stat. This will be a coin toss every single time, and therefore we immediately elect to to throw our charge move here, try to get them out of try to get ourselves out from a tough spot here with our Golisopod in the red already, and we do not want our Togekiss to be matched up. We do not want Dragonite to be matched up against the Togekiss here, and we do get to win the switch. And here we have our Primarina able to tank it fairly well. And another reason why we have a Dragonite in the lead is especially this, because now we do not have to worry about fast move damage from the Gyarados, as the Gyarados now runs Waterfall to deal with the Metagrosses, or for things such as the Excadrill and the Mamoswine that we have seen so far. But on the flip side of it, if they do not run Dragon Breath, more often than not they do run Outrage as a result, to have at least some coverage matchup against the Dragon types. But here, as long as this ancient power that they're throwing at our Primarina does not get the buff, we should be able to safely win this matchup, as Primarina is very tanky and Hydro Cannon does do a lot of damage. The double up coming up soon against the Togekiss to seal the deal and win this game. So you might be wondering, well, we haven't seen any Annihilape so far, so why does this team matter? Well, this next game an Annihilape will show up in a battle, and you will see why this team does fairly good against it. So here they have a Magnezone in the lead. They do I believe they immediately threw a Wild Charge and Dip here in this instance. And an ugly part about this team is because their their Shadow Magnezone, because their Magnezone is a Shadow variant, it does a lot of damage, especially a Wild Charge. If I recall correctly, if after 5 Volt Switches, the Wild Charge can almost one-hit KO the Dragonite. That is how powerful the Wild Charge is from a Shadow Magnezone against a Dragonite. Even though it is neutral, it still does quite a bit, which means that we will have to shield that move. And here they decided to invest shields in their they decided to not shield their Dragonite after double debuff from those superpowers. And here we are able to get to a Hydro Cannon against this Shadow Magnezone, as you can see it almost takes it out, but we are able to get it into red health, where they will not be able to even get one Volt Switch in later in the game. And here we do have the matchup that we have been talking about, the Annihilape in the Master League Premier, and this is the reason why Golisopod comes in clutch, because Shadow Claw as its fast move will do super effective damage. It has Aerial Ace as a coverage to do super effective damage, which means that this Annihilape does not have any counterplay against us, and we are able to safely win this game from behind here. And we can just safely shield this second Rage Fist, right? Because the first Rage Fist does not do as much damage as the second, because it will give them the attack buff. And here they resetted their own attack buff by swapping out, and that is the nail in the coffin of this Annihilape. We can safely beat them. Even if they throw Rage Fist here, it doesn't matter. They are very low health. They don't have another Rage Fist coming up, or even an Ice Punch, much less. So that means our Dragonite can just Dragon Breath them down and seal the deal. So this team is very accessible. Hopefully it does bring out some benefits for you guys. Do try it out. So if you like this team, if you like this video, please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. And that is it from me, and I'll see you in the next one.